seriously, how juicy and tender does this look? And this is the stuff dreams are made of. Sweet, tangy, and a bit smoky. Now, if you are eating dried up chicken breast because it's overcooked, that should be illegal. Let's get into it. Today, we are grilling chicken breast and keeping it super juicy. Cooking time for this recipe is around 1.5 to 2 hours. It's going to totally depend on how big your breasts are. Your chicken breasts. Or for those of you who love to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 4-beer cook. Cheers. Now, if you do like this video, don't forget, like, share, comment on it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. For this recipe, we're going to need some chicken breast. And like me, you'll have to ask for skinless chicken breast. We're not going to be cooking these at a high temp, and that skin will not crisp up. Now, I grabbed 4 chicken breasts from Mick the Master Butcher out at Gippsland Premium Meats, weighing in at a total of 1.4 kilograms of chickeny goodness. Place them on a tray, that's it. No real prep needed for these. Now, as always with chicken, you want to glove up because you never know what Mick's done to the chicken before you got to the shop. If you can only buy chicken breast with the skin on, that's okay. It's not that hard to remove. I just order it without the skin because it's one less thing I need to do and it saves more time for beer. You just want to give the chicken a light coating of avocado oil all over, flip over to the other side and coat that as well. And then onto the seasoning, and today I'm using this delicious rub from the feedlot called Heatwave. It has a good blend of pepper and chili in it to give this chicken a good kick in the taste department. Now, you want to sprinkle this on liberally. Don't forget to consensually pat your meat, then flip them all over, change your glove, and now cover the other side with the rub. Now, you can add any barbecue rub you want to this chicken. I would lean to the spicier type because we are going to add some much needed sweetness to this chicken later in the cook. And now we can just put this chicken aside while we get the barbecue ready. Today I'm using a 57cm Weber kettle and I'm pairing it up with 1 charcoal basket because I want to be cooking indirectly with a heat of 160 degrees Celsius today. And how I'll do this is by overfilling a charcoal basket with lumped charcoal and dumping it into the chimney. Then I'll light up some firelighters, then placing the chimney on top. Once the charcoal's all ashed over, place the charcoal basket to one side of the charcoal grate and then dump the charcoal into it. I'll then add 1 chunk of cherry wood for some smokiness. Don't forget to add a drip pan to catch any drippings. Then carefully put the grill back in place. Pop the lid back on, making sure all the vents are wide open, and we're going to allow that 10 minutes to warm up. Setting up the grill like this is paramount in us achieving juicy chicken. And by cooking it at a lower, steady temp, we retain all the juice in the chicken, keeping it moist. Smut. Time to get the chicken on. Now, placing the chicken on the opposite side of the lit fuel is what is considered using the cooler zone of the barbecue. If we were grilling directly over the fuel, that is known as the hot zone. Insert an internal temp probe into the thickest part of one of the breasts, placing the lid back on, making sure that lid vent is directly over our food. That way we ensure we are drawing the heat and the smoke over and around our food. The internal temp of the chicken has just reached 65 degrees Celsius. And no, our chicken isn't ready yet, it's just ready for the next step, adding some sauce. And I'm keeping with the theme of the feedlot and using their ranch hand sauce. It's going to add that perfect balance of sweet and tangy with a bit of smokiness to our chicken. Now we just need to flip the chicken breast over, exposing the underside of each breast, and we'll give each one a good covering of the sauce. And just brushing it over to make sure it all gets covered. And then just flip the breast back over and we'll give this side a good covering of the sauce as well. Just brushing it all over. Pop the lid back on and we're going to let that temp now rise up to 71 degrees Celsius. The chicken isn't ready at 71 degrees internally. At this stage, it's still classed as death chicken, so don't eat it. See, I'm a chicken inspector. The internal temp of the chicken has finally reached 71 degrees Celsius. So we can lay out some foil, ready for the chicken. Now that is some tasty looking chicken. We just need to get the chicken off the heat and place it on the foil. And then we just need to wrap it all up using 2 layers of foil to make sure you hold in all of that heat and the steam. And we'll leave that alone for 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, the chicken will not only steam away, it will keep on cooking. That's called carryover cooking. It will easily get to our desired temp of 74 degrees Celsius internally, and only then can it be classed as no death chicken. After 10 minutes of resting, that chicken has hit the perfect internal temp of 74 degrees Celsius. But as always, use an instant read thermometer to check the temp of all your food just to be 100% sure. Now all's left to do is slice up the chicken and just using a sharp knife, slice up that chicken. And by not overcooking the chicken breast, it stays juicy, tender, and moist. Smut! Seriously, how juicy does this chicken look? Most people will cook chicken breast to 74 degrees Celsius and then rest it, not realizing it keeps cooking while resting. So therefore you're actually overcooking it, and it is a lean meat and you're going to dry it out.